Right, this is a long-awaited video on the Norden 901 expedition and my trip from east to west. As you can see, the bike is still in pretty good condition. I did it was about 2,000 kilometers from Warsaw back to the UK. It was a pretty awesome ride. I've ridden those kind of distances, quite a few times in the past. I did, was it London to Saint Tropez on a Sportster 1200. That was interesting. I've done it on a 1200 GS, a 1200 GSA. I've done London to Le Mans on a Griso, believe it or not. So I've done a fair amount of European travel on all sorts of bikes. So what was it like on this one? Brilliant. It was the easiest ride I've ever done, to be honest with you. I didn't have the side bags on because, with the mountings, they actually come out pretty wide, and I didn't know how much traffic I was going to be having to weave my way through. So I didn't use the side bags. Instead, I used this top box that I put on the Hepco Becker, which is actually originally, I think I said before, for a Triumph 800, which I managed to get a bracket for, and it fits pretty good. And I had a little bag at the back there, but the weather wasn't brilliant. It was a little cool, a little wet, but I must admit, the funny thing about the rain was I actually didn't realize it was raining. This kind of flared out part of the bike really does help keep the rain off, as well as the taller screen. Honestly, it was brilliant to ride in the wet. And then the dry, so I took the Garmin actually sat nav that I've installed on the bike. It's on charge at the moment. I set the adventure route to high, and it really did a brilliant job of kind of keeping me off the motorways. So I took quite a bunch of little sort of side roads, back roads, and all sorts of weird and wonderful roads. And the interesting thing was how the bike kind of handled into the corners. It's a real twisty. So when the journey I took, I went from Warsaw to the Czech Republic, from the Czech Republic into Germany, stopped off at Frankfurt. I went to Belgium. I actually went and stayed at Bastogne. I'm a bit of a World War II fan, so I went and stayed at where the Battle of the Bulge was, in Bastogne, and then Bastogne over in Belgium to through France into the UK. So that was a journey. Like I said, did some super kind of A road type, B road type of roads, and the bike was fabulous. I mean, truly fantastic in the twisties. I was shocked, in fact. Of course, the bike is far better than my ability, right? So, it really was a brilliant to ride. And then, seating positions and so on. I rode that as 1250 RT, brand new 1250 RT. I hired one at end March this year in Nice and did 1,000 kilometers on that, actually, in France, and had a real problem with the seating position. It really kind of stuck you in one place, and there was no real way to alternate how you sat, and that really caused me a problem. The bottom of the spine and coccyx just started really hurting. This bike, I was able to move around all over the place. It was brilliant. I really enjoyed that. Cruise control came into its own. It was, like I said, the weather was a bit funny, so I even used the heated grips at one point and the heated seat. What a luxury to have that. I mean, my probably one criticism probably is the brakes. Actually, I probably would like the brakes to be just a little sharper. They are a little just a little spongy, but I'm going to put some sintered pads in, which I think will make a huge difference. I mean, you've already got, as you can see, it's already a braided hose line. So I think sintered pads should work, and we'll see how that goes. But no, I mean, it was brilliant, guys. It was brilliant. I love the fact that when you think of the bikes that you see on the road, etc., this is by far, from an adventure bike point of view, one of the rarest. And I'm smiling as I'm saying this because I just can't believe how lucky I am. The bang for the buck. I mean, what you get loaded onto this bike as standard is insane. So all good. There was not a single problem with the bike, nothing at all. Really nothing. The bike just did what it needed to do as I asked for it to do it. You know, it's fine in the rain, it was fine in the dry, it was brilliant on the twisties, the motorways, which I did have to do obviously. It was again absolutely fine on, you know, yeah, just awesome. I'm probably actually going to be riding back in a couple of months' time, which so it might be cooler weather, so that'll be interesting. I'll obviously keep you posted on that. I might even try, you know, and do what a lot of the actual proper content creators do, and that is actually, you know, maybe a video of the ride, but we'll see how that goes. Anyway, that's this long overdue report on the east to west, you know, Warsaw Whitstable run. Welcome your comments and thoughts, guys.